Joining the conversation right now is former NTSB Chairman Jim Hall. Jim, thank you very much for joining us this morning, as you have covered many situations in the air, including that TWA Flight 800 and the JFK crash as well. What can you tell us in terms of what we know right now, this EgyptAir plane carrying 66 people apparently crashing into the Mediterranean Sea?
Well, it appears that unfortunately the aircraft has been, lost at 37,000 feet, which would indicate that either an event occurred on the aircraft or there was some sort of in-flight breakup. Unclear whether there was a distress call or not. Unfortunately, this just underscores my concern that I've had for a long time, that for decades we have had military aircraft equipped with deployable recorders, which would give the location when a tragedy like this occurs of the aircraft immediately. And that technology is not on our commercial aircraft. And we just see this instance occur, Malaysia, Air France,
right,
now Egypt, over and over again, and it's so unacceptable.
Well, unacceptable, but, witnesses have said this morning that they saw a fire in the air. We know that officials have said that on radar they see the plane swerving minutes before they lost radar. Does this indicate that this could be a terrorist situation, Jim?
Well, it certainly indicates that way, and the problem, I did the EgyptAir 990 accident while I was chairman of the NTSB, and the problem with the Egyptian government is there's very little transparency in these matters, and so it's going to
that all morning. That's right. Yes.
Going to be difficult to get accurate information.
Jim, I want to bring this back to the United States for a second. One of the possibilities here, we don't know what happened, but one of the possibilities is that some device was on this plane which exploded. I want to hear, how is the United States doing now at preventing that kind of event from happening on our flights? We now have a very large federal bureaucracy which is running this whole process. Are we safe from this kind of event?
Well, I think we're far safer than we were, obviously, prior to 9/11, when the airlines were operating that system. And I know there's a lot of frustration at the moment, but it appears that TSA has, based on the record we have in the United States, has done well. But we have to be...
Are we screening airport security people adequately enough to make sure that there's no conspiracies brewing in our country to bring devices on board planes?
Well, it's greatly improved, but we're going to have to stay after it, as you know, because this is an enemy out there, the terrorist activity, that loves this type of attention. And so, we're going to have to be working on it every day.
Here's Bob Nardelli.
Hey, Jim, Bob Nardelli here. Let me ask you a question. This is a very large installed fleet. We've had over 13 incidents with this. Your experience, set aside terrorists for a moment, what's your experience relative to prior crashes? Is there any root cause analysis that you're familiar with inherent with this aircraft?
No, this is a very safe aircraft, and it's got a very good safety record. It again appears as if, until they find the wreckage, we're not going to know, and again, have the black box information, which we could have were there been deployable recorders on this aircraft. But, it would lean you toward some sort of unfortunate terrorist activity, but we just won't know till we find the aircraft.
Right. Jim, thank you very much for weighing in. We appreciate it. We will talk with you soon. Jim Hall there.